ShartimusPrime, reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it, taking bad hits, taking back hits, Subscribe, you know what? I don't like your face. Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here doing another Diamond Select Toys action figure review on the Disney Store exclusive Marvel Select Spectacular Spider-Man. Gotta give a big thanks to Diamond Select Toys for making this review possible. If you want to see the latest from them, go ahead and subscribe to their YouTube channel at CollectDST. Link is below. And this looks like it's going to be a spectacular figure. I'm already seeing a lot of cool interchangeable pieces and articulation. Oh, I'm excited for it. Anyway, on the side you can see Spidey right over there. And then on the back you get a big picture of the figure. Alright, let's get to it and crack this thing open. And here's the new Marvel Select Spider-Man figure out of the packaging, and it is spectacular indeed. I am very, very happy with this figure and so grateful that Diamond Select has finally made us a new Marvel Select Spider-Man that has been much needed for many a years. This is very reminiscent to the Amazing Spider-Man 2 figure, but we get added articulation, brand new sculpt and everything. It just kind of has the vibe of the Amazing Spider-Man 2 figure, which I don't have a problem with. I really like that figure a lot. I think in that review I had said something like, oh, you could fake this as your comic version of Spider-Man. So now we don't have to do that anymore. We have the spectacular Spider-Man right over here. So even though I'm used to Marvel Select giving us really cool diorama bases with our figures, I am very pleased to have these interchangeable pieces to replace the dio. Having these fisted hands is really cool. We get the web grabbing hands, we get the thwipping hands, and then we get wall crawling hands. We also get a Peter Parker head sculpt, which looks fantastic. The Spidey head sculpt, we get the mask right there, and then we get his DSLR. One thing worth mentioning is I did get some paint chipping on these wrists over here from interchanging the hands, and interchanging the hands is very easy. I do have the webbing that came with the Amazing Spider-Man 2 Spidey figure, so I just wanted to see if that would fit in there, and yes, it does. So yes, you can get him grabbing the webbing that came from the other figure. Then taking a closer look at the removed mask over here, it looks really nice. I like how it's sculpted. The only thing is that it's kind of tricky figuring out which hand to use to get to grab it, and I'm going with the web grabbing hand right here. So if you look at this from this side right here, you can see the bottom end has these two notches that stick out. That's where I think it's the best place to kind of weave that in here. Now the thumb is not detached from these fingers, so you just have to kind of shimmy it through right in there in that spot. Then he'll hold it really well. You can shake it around, it's not going to come out. So that looks pretty neat. I think this camera looks really good. I'm happy they included this. I like that glossy black plastic that they used for the lens. I think that's a smart move. And then we have the flash right up here over on top. Then you can see some little details sculpted right there. I do wish this strap right here was a little bit more pliable, a little bit more bendy. Wrapping it around his neck right here, it doesn't like necessarily fit perfectly, but you can wrap it around his shoulder and it looks alright, but still it doesn't necessarily, this bend doesn't contour towards anything, so that's the only frustrating part about this camera. Now here's looking at the Peter Parker head sculpt, which I really like a lot. One thing though is I do think the flesh tone is a little on the pale side, but still, I really, really dig it. This is comic book Peter Parker as I imagine him. I think it looks great. I think the paint came out pretty clean except for that one little tiny spot right there missing of brown on the hair. But other than that, I mean, I just think it looks really good. I like the expression on his face. He kind of has a smile, you know, as he should. And then looking on the side right here, the hair looks pretty nice. No real shading or anything going like that with the hair color. It's just a solid brown paint. Interchanging the heads does take some might, I will say that, but it does not have the whole thing where the pin gets stuck inside the head and then I need pliers and switch them all out like that, because we do get a hinge right over here. And then here's looking at the Spidey head sculpt, which is just great. No complaints over here. I love that they've actually sculpted in the cobweb design throughout the whole figure. I really like it. The paint apps came out really clean on this. You can see the black lines just seep right in there. Looks really good. Really liking that a lot. This looks just matches very, very well. Nice red paint. Again, no shadowing effect on this figure, but the paint apps did come out clean. Again, there was some paint chipping, like on the inside of the arm right here. You get a little bit of blue missing from there, but the fact that they did paint those joints in, like on that side, it looks really good. I still appreciate that they did that, so, you know, can't complain too much with that part of it. I think the hands all came out looking really nice. The spider logo looks really good over there. Really nice muscle definition. You know, it does have the form of Spider-Man. It's not too buffed, not too skinny. The legs look really good. I'm looking right over here at his little Spidey boots, and then he's got his Spidey feet right there. Yeah, I think the paint apps came out really clean on this thing throughout, and he does have peg holes at the bottom of his feet. Now, I really like the articulation on this figure. You can get his head moving all the way up. That's really cool, and you can do the same thing with the Parker head sculpt too. I do get a little bit of plastic stressing though right over here at the top of that hinge. It's turning white a little bit on me, but it doesn't really bother me too much. You do get side-to-side movement over here on the head. Shoulders move outward only that much. I wish they could bend upward a little bit more than that, but you can rotate them all the way around. You get a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. The wrists move side to side and they hinge up and down, and it's like that with all the interchangeable hands. You get a diaphragm swivel right over here. It crunches forward only one notch. I wish it could crunch forward more than that. It does move back 2 notches though, so we do get bending back a little bit more. So no pivot at the diaphragm. We do get a waist swivel as well, which is new to these Spider-Man figures. We also get these wide joints at the hips, so they can't just move forward. You have to rotate it around and then move it forward, and you can just move them outward like that and then rotate and then kick forward. You also get the upper thigh swivel. We also get double jointed knees. He has rotation at the boot. The ankles move down, up, and he does have ankle pivot. So you get some pretty good height on this figure with it being a Marvel Select. It's standing at about 7¼ inches tall. Then for your Select Spider-Man comparison, here he is to the original Marvel Select Spider-Man. We have our Superior Spider-Man and then our Marvel Zombie Spider-Man over here. And comparing these two, man, this is such a better figure compared to that one over there. This guy has very limited articulation. I don't even really like the sculpt on that one. And then the Superior Spider-Man, unfortunately, is not the superior of all of these figures. This guy is right here. And up until now, my favorite Marvel Select Spider-Man figures have been the movie versions, and I'm happy to say that I do like this comic version of Marvel Select Spidey more so than both of these. And then here's our Marvel Select Spectacular Spider-Man next to the Marvel Legends Pizza Spider-Man. Spider-Man party, yeah! And then here's our new Select Spidey next to the Marvel Select Venom and the Marvel Select Carnage. And looking at Spidey's size difference with Venom over here, I think that works out perfectly. Just a shame that the Carnage is just a bit too tall. Then here he is next to some more Marvel Select Spidey villains. We have Rhino, Electro, and a Lizard, and I really like how he scales well with these villains. And then here's the Spectacular Spider-Man next to the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. Hey brother. Hey brother. Hey, so Civil War's coming out really soon. You ready for your picture? Okay brother. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Ah, you took the mask off! So in all honesty, with no exaggeration, I think this is a great Spider-Man figure. Marvel Select is known for their awesome sculpts, and they totally delivered. I really like this Peter Parker head sculpt a lot. The sculpt of the whole figure is just really good through and through, but on top of that, we get amazing articulation, and that's such a bonus and just really makes for a great figure. I really like this one a lot, and I hope you guys liked my review. This figure should be released in late February, I believe, and it's going to be a Marvel Shop and a Disney Store exclusive. But anyway, if you liked the video, please hit the like button. Click any of these boxes over here if you want more Shart in your face. If you want to support this YouTube channel, please check out the Patreon account. Your help is very much appreciated. You can see channel updates over at Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And don't forget to go to marvelousnews.com for the latest in Marvel-related news. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Posing action figures, imposing action figures, imposing action figures every day. I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures.
That's crispy.
It stands at about 6, 7.